You're going to suffer, man. But,
Okay,
I hope my tea is not there.
no, it's okay.
I was saying that for government and civil society to work together is paramount. It's very important for civil society to understand what the government is doing, and we, the government and the civil society, work to see to it that the rest of the community understand what we are all doing. It is when we work together as civil society, as government, and the community at the background, that's where we can progress. And so with understanding of whatever the objectives of the government and the priorities.
What are the challenges that is facing South Sudan now in working with civil society?
Civil society, all of us are learning, be it the government and civil society. We are all learning. We have just come out of war 6 years ago, and with the level of literacy and the level of being exposed to new issues, new ways of doing things, that is the challenge. The challenge is that we are learning, all of us. It is when we have the interest to learn from each other, that's where we can progress. But when we have divergent interests, when we are not working together, we'll not be able to come up with a new nation.
Right.
Okay? So building a nation, understanding what is building a nation and what is building a state, as we have just said, are two things that they are not the same, but we have to understand what are they, so that the resources are very limited. As people have just come out of war, we have oil money, but that is not enough to do everything in the south. Everything is a priority. Being roads, which is very important, being power, which is another important thing, and the rest of being governance of rule of law is another. Everything is a priority, but with good investment in terms of power and roads, I think we can make a difference.
In the next 10 days, the civil society will be having their global meeting to evaluate their own effectiveness, whether they are effective. What would you say are the things that the civil society needs to do for them to be effective?
That's a very good question. Coming with my little background, okay. But what is important for civil society is to listen and learn. We all listen to the community, listen to each other. When we listen and learn through whatever mistakes we are, successes, use the successes, or improve on failures, is the best way of pushing or go ahead.
Do you think the civil society in Southern Sudan are listening to the government right now, listening to the citizens? Or do you think that they're just having their own agenda that they are promoting?
I will not call it an agenda. I'll call it having, because I am not sure whether our civil society is well informed about what are their responsibilities. Because everybody has to have a responsibility. As a citizen, you have a responsibility and roles to do. As a civil society, you have roles and responsibilities. You don't stand out from the community. It is when you know your roles and responsibilities and know other people's roles and responsibilities. This is where you can. But I will urge our civil society to know their roles and responsibilities, because all of us have something to provide. All of us have something to deliver. Okay.
There has been challenges about the relationship between the national civil society and the international civil society that have been there for a very long time. As we go towards the establishment of Southern Sudan as a state, and as you begin your constitutional making process, what do you think should be the relationship between international NGOs, national civil society, and the government of South Sudan in state building and peace building?
As I'll go back to the same thing I said. As state building, national NGOs seem not to be empowered. We need to empower everybody. It is when they are empowered, either by government or working with the international NGOs. That's where we, and the interests of trying to work together. Because, as I said, we have roles and responsibilities. The international NGOs have roles and responsibilities, as well as the local NGOs. It is when we know what our responsibilities and roles, that is where we can, where the NGOs can progress and understand what is their responsibility.
Thank you very much. Thank you.